over 25 years ago, Mike Epstein came out with the term rotational hitting. And that definition was to differentiate what was going on at the current time, which happened to be the early 90s. Late 80s, which had a weight shift kind of movement going on. So what we're going to do here during this short segment tutorial is to identify the points of rotational and linear hitting and where they do have commonalities and where the differences lie in. So we're going to take this player first, who is a professional player, and the commonality of a linear and rotational hitter is going to be in the stride. There is a weight shift forward before the swing begins. Now the swing actually starts upon heel drop. So everything that happens before heel drop is considered a pre-swing movement, and all hitters have different pre-swing movements. Some do have a linear movement forward, some stay stationary. Jeff Bagwell used to move backwards. So it's all individual to the player, everything that occurs before heel drop. So we're going to watch this player, and we usually mark the head, we mark the chest, and we mark the belt buckle to see if there is a linear movement forward. And most players do step forward, you know, anywhere from 2 to maybe 6 inches at the most. So this player, if we go all the way to heel drop, we can see they moved forward probably around that 5 to 6 inch mark. And from here, what differentiates linear hitting from rotational hitting is rotational hitting, there's a stationary axis that's set up. So I'm going to draw a vertical line, which will give us a vertical axis, and we're going to watch this player rotate now around their stationary axis, which is their spine and their head. So from this position upon heel plant, the head should not move forward anymore. If that head continues to drift forward, that would be a linear movement and part of the linear swing. And we don't really see that move anymore. Unless a player gets fooled badly, does their chest and head continue to move forward throughout the swing. If you can think back to the days of Ozzie Guillen and Joey Cora, the Chicago White Sox of the early 90s, that was linear hitting in its true form. We do not see that much anymore. So now what I'm going to do is put up one of our college players, and we're going to see the same movements. We're going to see a step forward. Again, this is part of the pre-swing movements. And this is the linear part of the swing. We're going to see that player stride forward. Their head's moving forward, their chest is moving forward. Then once the heel plants, okay, we're going to draw a line through their head and body, and we're going to watch the player rotate around that stationary axis all the way through contact and into the power V position. If we put a vertical line, we can see how that player stayed behind the vertical line. They didn't continue to move forward. So the major differences between rotational and linear hitting is there's a stationary axis that is set up with a rotational hitter once their front heel lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any video of a linear hitter, but you will notice the difference when their front heel plants, their spine and their head will continue to move forward anywhere from 6 inches to 2 feet throughout the swing. And those are the major differences between rotational and linear hitting. Hopefully it made sense and it clarified some of the issues that many people have been having out there. For more information on how to teach rotational hitting and to teach it properly, visit www.mikeepsteinhitting.com. Thank you for listening.